If you only envision deserts and cacti when you think of Arizona, you've never been to Flagstaff. There's plenty of green, natural beauty in this charming town of 75,000, which sits 7,000 feet above sea level. The historic downtown and railroad district earned its place in American history as part of the famous Route 66 highway. Just 5 minutes away, meanwhile, the road to success for more than 20,000 students begins at Northern Arizona University. Now in its 125th year, NAU is experiencing tremendous growth. The class of 2028 is the largest, most diverse, and most accomplished in the school's history. School leaders attribute the enrollment surge to a change in the school's mission. Not long ago, Northern Arizona was focused on its research imperative, hiring top scholars to compete with Arizona State University and other large schools. But university leaders realized that this approach was overshadowing the effort to make the school more affordable and welcoming, especially for first-generation students and students of color. Emily De La Barra is a first-generation student majoring in social work who will graduate next spring. As a Flynn Scholar, her tuition, room, and board are covered.
I bursted into tears, and then I called my mom and I called my brothers, and I was like, guys, I'm going to college. I'm getting goosebumps. And it kind of set the bar for myself and other people that I know, and my brothers, and being able to provide for them and being able to do that eventually is something that's really important to me. If something happens to them or something that happens to my parents, being able to be hey, I got you.
After graduation, Emily plans to remain at the school to earn her master's in social work. She wants to make a difference in the lives of others, and as the first person in her family to attend college, she wants to be a model of strength and perseverance for her family.
It's kind of difficult trying to explain higher education to someone who hasn't had that experience or understanding. And so there is a bit of a challenge there, but ultimately knowing that I'm laying the groundwork for not only my siblings but also my children and the children after them is really important to me, to be she was resilient in everything that she did.
For example, when you talk to the academic senate,
in 2022, President Jose Luis Cruz Rivera announced Access to Excellence, a roadmap of several initiatives to make the university an engine of economic mobility and social impact.
In Arizona right now, if you're in the 9th grade, the chance you will have a bachelor's degree by the year 2030 is only 17%. And that's not only wrong, but it's kind of criminal if you think about it, because the state of Arizona's economy is one of the most rapidly growing economies in the United States. We're seeing billions of dollars of new investments and thousands of new jobs, high-paying jobs being promised for the state in semiconductor industry, electric vehicles, smart manufacturing.
And Cruz Rivera says 70% of those new jobs in Arizona will require a bachelor's degree.
Either we have to figure out the pipeline and create the pathways for more Arizonan kids to go to college and get those degrees and be well positioned for careers of consequence or lives of purpose, or we will be relegated to importing talent to fill those jobs and leaving the people of Arizona behind.
To ensure Arizona students are not left behind, Access to Excellence includes new admission standards. Previously, NAU students needed at least 16 core courses in high school and a 3.0 grade point average, the same standards required by the University of Arizona and Arizona State University. But high schools serving tens of thousands of young Arizonans don't offer all 16 courses, namely calculus and a foreign language. To boost opportunity for these students, Northern Arizona is engaged in a 6-year pilot that sets the GPA standard at 2.75 and requires just 14 courses. Affordability presented another obstacle. The school has an average sticker price of about $29,000 per year for in-state students and around $44,000 for out-of-state students. Northern Arizona worked with the Board of Regents to rethink its financial aid model. And starting in 2025, students whose families earn less than $65,000 a year will attend NAU tuition-free.
You got this.
Dr. Amy Asaki was also a first-generation college student and often jokes that once she made it to college, she never left. She has a Bachelor of Science, Master's, and a PhD in speech-language pathology. She is currently an associate professor and director of the Adult Cognitive Communication Lab. She's also a mentor for first-generation students.
Okay, tell me your name.
Savannah.
When I share my story, I think it's very helpful to students who are also navigating something new that their family members have never been a part of. So I hope I can mentor them. I hope I can provide, some information in terms of my experiences coming to college. Nice work. Woohoo!
Asaki says she is thrilled to see more first-generation students on campus. She appreciates the change in the school's mission and the diversity and inclusivity she's witnessing on campus.
It's nice to see somebody who sometimes looks like you and maybe has the same experiences as you. And again, being a mentor, I think, means that if you have questions and if you think that we have similar backgrounds and experiences, you might be more willing to come and see me and talk to me. And maybe I can, provide some guidance that other faculty members may not be able to. But in terms of our department, we are very diverse, and I love that about the CSD faculty here.
Cruz Rivera says he's proud that faculty and staff are on board with the mission, a mission that is personal for him. He, too, was the first in his family to go to college.
As I was growing up in the island of Puerto Rico, I remember my mom would always say, education is the one thing nobody can ever take away from you. Even though we had various levels of comfort in terms of our income and our ability to navigate life, education was always front and center. And once I did get my degree, and once I did go to grad school and have kids, it became clear to me what my mom was saying, which is now all of a sudden in one generation we were much better off socially, economically, civically than we could have ever expected.
The goal of Access to Excellence at Northern Arizona is to help students realize their potential and enjoy the economic security and other benefits of education. University leaders say college may not be for everyone, but each person deserves the opportunity for a better life.